Good morning, students. Welcome back to the another session of Standard 7 Physics. Last class, in our first session, one by one, we discussed the different forms of physical quantities, fundamental and derived. In the fundamental physical quantities, we also discussed the different types of physical quantities like mass, length, time, etc. And also I said the different what is the derived physical quantity, and today we will continue from that derived physical quantity. So today we are going to discuss the derived physical quantities. What are derived physical quantities? Its definition has been given in the last class, but still I am repeating the definition. The physical quantities, those who take the help of the other two or more fundamental physical quantities. Once again I am repeating, the physical quantity who represent by the help of two or more other physical quantities are called derived physical quantities. Very simple way I can say that these physical quantities are not exist without help of the fundamental physical quantities. So there are so many are there: area, volume, density, force, pressure, so many things. But in your course we will discuss only these three chapters, three derived physical quantities. Today we will focus only on the physical quantities, derived physical quantity, that is area. Let us come to the area. In your book I have going through the definition of area is little bit wrong. Okay, please note down the definition of area. Area is the surface occupied, covered by a body. In your book it is given as the space occupied by a body on its surface it says, but it is very simple way. It is the surface covered by a body. I mean, very simple way I can say it is the surface covered by a body, that is all. So area, that is called area. Very simple. If any, you might have heard about the area previous classes also, like area of a triangle, area of a triangle, area of a square, area of a rectangle, area of a circle. These things already you have heard in our previous classes. And also you learned some of the formulae for these figures. Some of the figures, not all the figures, you might have heard for the square and rectangle you have gone through. Triangle for area formulas, all the things you are not familiar. So area means, I will give you an example of to understand better way what is area. This is I have drawn a box here. So here it is length and breadth is there. So what is this surface? How much surface this occupies? That is this is called as the area. I hope I am clear to everybody. This is called area. Here wherever you have learned these formulas, when area is discussed about in area, always we multiply two lengths. Example, area of rectangle, length multiplied with breadth. Area of square, side multiplied with side. These two are two lengths only. These two are two lengths. I hope I am clear. So means we are area is nothing but the product of two lengths, but different way, that is okay. So length, why I am saying this, to determine its, suppose I am going to the unit now, unit of this area, unit of area. What is the, so area is equal to product of length and width. Suppose rectangle you consider. What is the SI unit of length? We discussed in last class, that is meter. What is the SI unit of width? Width is again a distance measuring, that's why again it is a meter only. So it is a square meter. Some students read it as a meter square. That is wrong, my dear friends. It is a square meter. I hope I am clear. So this is all about area and its unit. Now question is how to determine the area. To determine the area, so we know the different types of surfaces. There are two types of surfaces. Types of surfaces. One is a regular surface, second is a irregular surfaces. What is regular surface? Another way, area surface. What is the surface? For surface which has a length and breadth and a negligible thickness. It is thickness is not and length and breadth, 2 dimension we can 2 length and breadth only is there. So regular surfaces whose length and breadth are fixed. Fixed I mean to say whose length and breadth can be measurable, or we can say fixed length and breadth. Example, rectangle. These are regular figures. The triangle is not length and breadth, but triangle also called as a regular figure because it has some formula. Square, circle, okay, these all are called regular figures which has some formula to determine their area, which you will read in your mathematics. You will read details slowly. By first might have you read about the rectangle and square. Now you will read triangles, then you will go for circle, some other surface areas we will discuss. So these have some regular formula. But what about the irregular objects, irregular surfaces? Suppose think about a leaf. Come back, irregular surface, leaf surface. So how to determine its area? Today we will discuss. It has already these things have the formula. Slowly as you classes will increase, you will read the formula. But how to determine this one? Let us come. For that we generally use a graphical method. This is a graph paper. Generally you will find graph papers like this. All of you have seen probably. This is a graph paper. This is generally 1 centimeter. This is also 1 centimeter. Square figures you will find so many squares. This is further divided into 10 lines. So each one is 1. This area of this one is a 1 cm multiplied 1 cm. That is 1 square centimeter. So now what? Suppose I have to find a area of a leaf. Leaf or any irregular object. Suppose I will draw a leaf figure here. Okay. So I have to find its area. We will not get the exact area. We will determine its approximate area. Just count the number of big full squares, complete squares. Number of complete squares. Number it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 approximately I have took. So number of complete squares. Number of complete squares is equal to, I got 6 here. Next you check number of half complete squares. That is 1, 2. Those are very small like this. You can ignore that. 3, or put tick marks for this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. And this one also can be included. 8. So number of half complete squares, that is 8. Now area. How to find? Number of half complete squares is equal to 8. So how to find area? Area is equal to 6 complete squares. Each square is 1 square centimeter. Plus how many half squares? 8 by 2 half into 1 square centimeter. Half, that is, that's a 1 by 2 square centimeter. That is 6 square centimeter plus 4 square centimeter. That is called 10 square centimeter. 10 square centimeter. Once again I am repeating. Number of complete squares 6. So 6 into 1 square centimeter. Number of half complete squares are 8. 8 by 2 square centimeters. So 6 square centimeter plus 8 by 2 is 4. That is a 4 square centimeter. Total 10 square centimeter is the area. This is the all about in our course, that is area. So once again I am repeating the whole topic. Area is the surface covered by a object. There are two types of the regular objects, irregular objects, surfaces. Regular surfaces area, to determine the area we have a formula. Many formulas are there, but for irregular surfaces we are generally using the graphical method which we discussed here. So go through it, students. And SI unit of area is square centimeter, and the other units are maybe squares. Sorry, SI unit of area is called square meter, and the other units are square centimeter or square kilometer. These all things clear. Please go through this chapter, and regarding this some questions are there in your book. Just solve that. Then in next session we'll discuss about the volume. Clear? Thank you.